Like he's funny. Like remember when he told Floyd Mayweather? I'm gonna pull it up. Remember when he told Floyd Mayweather that he would donate money to charity if he could read one page of a Harry Potter book? I'm gonna bring that up. I'm gonna bring that up. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna bring that up because it was funny, and it was the way he said that. Okay, hold on. Let me share it on the screen. Like he's funny. I don't care what nobody says. 50 Cent is hilarious. Okay, here we go. Found the video.
Woke up, I looked at the computer. The computer said, Floyd said, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what did he say fuck me for? Nelly fucked your first baby mama, Melissa, then took your fucking fiance. Say fuck that nigga. This is a special ASLELS challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. Fuck the bucket of ice, man. Phone call from my man.
Bruh, it's the way he said Harry Potter book, ninja.
And Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy said if Floyd accepts the challenge, that he'll put it on the actual show so you can read it on the show. We don't want to put pressure on you. We know you can't pronounce those words in that Harry Potter book, so we're gonna let you read Cat in the Hat.
Not Cat in the Hat, y'all. He is hilarious. Something is wrong with that man, okay? And like I love listening to his interviews and things like that for motivation, right? And he has done a lot here out in this game, but I mean, I think it's kind of a little bit naive and foolish to think that he got to the level of where he got to um, without some tomfoolery. And let's be clear, if we think about like hip hop and the culture for the last 20 years, you know, you got Diddy was on top, like over all of them, right? And then you had Jay. And the reason why he was able to stay on top so long is because he had the whole power couple thing going with B2, right? And then 50 Cent. I mean, they're the big three, right? Now, Diddy's the first to fall. I think we see the writing on the wall that next is Jay. I don't know if 50 has done enough for them to come for him for anything. Because so far, nobody has really spoken out on 50 Cent in terms of him exploiting them, right? People who have worked with 50 have actually said really good things for him, but that don't mean that he ain't necessarily done some things for those in power in order for him to get to where he's at. Do y'all understand? So Miss Jaguar Wright was basically saying that 50 Cent is a booty bandit. Y'all remember when Vivica Fox called 50 Cent a booty bandit over that picture he did with Soldier Boy? Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring the picture up. I'm gonna bring it up. If I'm not in the comments right now, y'all, I apologize. I'm gonna get to y'all. I can't see right now because I'm looking things up. But if you're coming in, please hit the like button so people can know I'm on live. This one right here. It was on XXL magazine. I'm about to share this. All right, this one right here. so, so y'all remember, like it looks bad. Y'all remember this? So, I mean, as you can see, Soldier Boy got no shirt on, his pants halfway pulled down. And then you got 50 Cent with his mask on, his arm over his shoulder. It It looks like he's grabbing his belt, he's flexing. Well, basically around this time, him and Vivica got into it. You know they stay taking shots at each other. Vivica stays speaking up on 50 because regardless of whether or not he does or does not swing that way, you know, for whatever reason, she still has feelings for that man. But she pulled this picture up and called him a booty bandit. And that's no disrespect to the LGBT community. I've said this several times on my channel before. I respect a man that comes out and lives in his truth. And if you like men, you say that you like men and you date men and you're honest with people. Like, I ain't got no problems with you, right? But I mean, this just looks weird. This is like you trying to snatch a young man's booty, you know? Like, I feel like something weird went down during that photo shoot. So now that I've seen this picture, I've heard what Jaguar Wright said. I'm thinking back to what Vivica Fox said, and I'm like, did she know something that we didn't know? Okay. And I'm gonna pull up the interview. Thank you, skinny boy. Yeah, he's funny. Like, and here's the thing: I don't care if 50 Cent do like men, as long as he wasn't messing with no little boy. But if 50 likes men, I would not care if he come out tomorrow and say he likes men. I promise you, I wouldn't care. Long as he wasn't doing nothing messed up to people, exploiting people, and using his position to exert power, like making people do stuff with him so that they could get roles and things like that. Now, I'm not with that thing. He needs to be sitting right up in jail. Hey, political Woodstock. This is my first time seeing you here. Good to see you. Yes, girl. She called that man a booty bandit. All right, D Mally. Is it your birthday? What you talking about, G Day? It's your birthday, D Mally? Hey, D Mally, what's up? Good to see y'all here. So, okay, y'all give me a second. I'm gonna pull the interview up that Jaguar Wright did, accusing 50 Cent of being, you know, swinging both ways, and then we're gonna talk about the relationship that he had with Cuban Link, because that breakup was weird to me. I'm gonna pull that up. Okay, here we go. I found this interview on YouTube from Real Life Productions. Y'all know they're based out of Dallas, so I'm so proud of them. And they always bring Jaguar Wright on. They've had Jaguar Wright, they've had G Dill, they've had Orlando Brown. I mean, they bring any and everybody that's going to spill this.
Why did Curtis Jackson lie to everybody? Why doesn't Curtis Jackson tell people that he has a house in Carrollton, and he's had a house in Carrollton for over 7 years?
Now, if you don't know where Carrollton is, that is like a suburb of Dallas, Texas. That's in Dallas County. I had no clue he had a house in Carrollton. Like, he's so low key with it. And Dallas people usually know when celebrities have property. Like, we know Shaq has properties in that area, you know, so we usually know. But yeah, that's super low key of him.
He comes down here getting a lay of the land, hiring private investigators to follow people around.
Real life. It ain't real life. Real life street stars. You know what time it is.
Oh, hold on real quick, y'all, before we get into the video. Political Woodstock says, I think it's suspect. Oh, it's very suspect. I'll stick to my old lady music. Girl, I be going back and forth between the new and the old. I'm trying not to be one of those people who's like, music back in the day was better so much that I don't keep up with the times. But, you know, sometimes it's hard to, because if you compare the two, you're like, baby, it's not even close. Oh, I'm glad that I was on your recommendations, because for a while, guys, I was thinking I was shadow banned, but somebody told me yesterday I might just be putting too many tags on my videos. So I'm going to try to fix that. Yes, welcome. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Okay, let's get into the video.
I came to Dallas, and then you had really wanted to put on for Dallas artists. So I got to get your take on 50 Cent had reached, and Chris has come.
We're gonna skip that.
Right before me and my son were separated from each other, we went home for a visit. And the fishing hole that we went to, where fish are normally jumping, all of a sudden died. There was nothing out there. You could smell the poison in the water, which of course would irrigation, which of course would bring storms around.
Okay, this part, guys, she's saying that the company, like the record company that 50 Cent has in this area, they're getting paid to dump illegal chemicals on the property, and that it's causing, like when she tries to go fishing out there, it's causing the fish to die.
You know, you gotta like multimillionaires when they start creating tragedies to pretend to be heroes for. Why did Curtis Jackson lie to everybody? Why doesn't Curtis Jackson tell people that he has a house in Carrollton, and he's had a house in Carrollton for over 7 years? That he comes down here, getting a lay of the land, hiring private investigators to follow people around. Why didn't he tell anybody that Millennium Studios, which is now G Unit Studios, was already there? Why is he pretending like he built it from the ground up? He didn't. He bought it. I know Millennium. I used to go there all the time.
Yeah, it did exist.
Yeah, I know. So why did he lie to everybody?
Guys, that is a very common business practice for somebody to acquire a business that already exists and already had its foundation, and then you just rename it, but you act like you built it from the mud. I told y'all before, that's what happened with several of the strip clubs in Dallas. So you would have strip clubs that had black management, and when you go in there, most of the girls are black. But if you actually looked at the paperwork on the clubs, they were owned by white men, right? But you had a lot of these guys who owned these strip clubs who would go around and flex and be like, we started this club. Yeah, we built it from the ground up. It's black owned, and they really weren't.
Why did he tell everybody his studio was going to be in Texas? Why did he keep it so quiet? Why did nobody in Shreveport know that he was making such a large acquisition? There would have to be some kind of paperwork there. It's almost as if that sale happened overnight. Not even anyone in the clerk's office knew about it. And I would know. I know the clerk. That's my town.
Yeah, you be in Shreveport.
Those are my people.
Yeah.
What is it with all of these pretenders? And now they got an even bigger one named Curtis Jackson. They should check the EPA report since he's been there and the toxic waste he's been allowing to be dumped around the property of Millennium Studios for cheap cash. And I'm not saying allegedly, Curtis. I know what you've been doing. You don't get no about what happens to those people in that town, but I do. I love the people in that town.
Let me tell y'all something. Jaguar Wright, the way she be calling 50 Cent by his government name, and she let it be known, like, this is stuff that I know. But on this channel, of course, everything she's saying is alleged because we don't know. I ain't been there. I ain't seen no receipts. This is what she is alleged.
I just wonder how you like that man I sent you. Because he really didn't think you was gonna go for him.
Baby, when she said that, I said, you like the what? He like the what? You sent him who? You sent him you meant one man, right? No, baby. She said man. And it's like you can never tell these days because you look at a man like 50 Cent, he's swole. He has no feminine tendencies. I don't look at him and think anything feminine or flamboyant. or anything that would give me the slightest pause. Like he keeps himself up when he goes out, but you don't look at him and be like, oh, he just be in the mirror way too long. Y'all know when you got a man that's in competition with you, you looking good, you looking fly, he look okay, and then he's like, oh baby, you're not gonna step out the house looking better than me, and he go change his outfit. You can't get in the bathroom if y'all share a bathroom because he all the way in the mirror. I'm speaking because I know. Speaking because I know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how that go, and you know you be like, dang, is he sweet? Like, do he like men or do he want to be a bad bitch? Like, let me know something.
You, Curtis, you better do right by Shreveport, or I'm gonna let everybody know that Diddy Do Wop Bop ain't the only taste you got.
So, just to switch gears.
Now, when she's saying that
Curtis.
Diddy do wop bop,
I'm sick and tired of him.
now she's saying Diddy do wop bop ain't the only taste you got. I'm not sure if she's trying to say that he's messed with Diddy before, because I remember 50 Cent doing several interviews where he said he don't, Diddy is weird and he don't hang out at his parties, right? You know, we've seen the beef that they've had.
I'd have more respect for him if he came out the closet.
It seems like
Because he's a lot more Bogart than Brooklyn.
it seems like 50 Cent is trying to take down Diddy.
No, he's trying to move Diddy and Jay-Z out the way so he can run it. And the truth is, I ain't mad at him. I just don't trust him. Because the truth is, he would just be another kind of monster in another kind of way. He don't want things to change. He just want to be the one that's running it. See? Easiest thing to do is to take your enemy's feet and hold them to the fire for things you know that they won't admit. Which is why when that C&D came out, he took all of that Diddy shit down. Because of his tape. Say.
So there we go. Jaguar Wright is alleging that there is a freak off tape or some type of freaky tape with 50 Cent on it.
I just wish, listen to me, make you no mistake about it. 50 is pure.
And you know what? That kind of makes sense because if he is accusing Diddy of being, making these tapes, being exploitive, being in the closet, messing with little kids and things like that, Diddy can't come back at him with, well, Ninja, I got a tape on you because, oh, so you got tapes. Oh, you get what I'm trying to say? So it's self-incriminating. So he can't really say anything back.
Hip hop, pure MC. And he'll, just like Mike Tyson. Does every time Mike Tyson stuck his ass makes him any less the killer that he is in the ring? See, and I think that's the problem.
Mike Tyson caught a straight air. So she's also alleging that Mike Tyson is a booty bandit as well. And again, there's nothing about Mike Tyson that gives flamboyant.
People don't understand when it comes to this hypersexuality in hip hop and masculinity. A lot of people don't realize a lot of the archetypes and everything that they built on are built around Roman soldiers, Greek soldiers who use butt breaking as a way to trauma bond with each other so that they would kill for each other on the field. You got to think about it. Real soldiers back in those days, they didn't spend a lot of time around women.
She's not lying. Okay, so for those of y'all who don't know, I majored in poli-science in college and I minored in history. Geography was my third field of study. And then I had to do economics as a fourth field of study. So anything like social studies based, right? I know a lot about. But I had a professor that I took during Greek history, and he was telling us, like, he taught us about how back then a lot of men would take in like a squire, an apprentice that was a boy, and he'd have to come live with him, and that they would engage in homosexual activity. But the weird thing about this professor is that he went for to justify it and said that it was not the same thing as pedo activity. Back then, times were different, and that was like the cultural norm. They just viewed things differently back then. But yes, it was very common for men in Greece to mess with little boys. It is very common for soldiers to have those type of relationships with each other on the battlefield, because for the most part the Greeks were always conquering and always at war. So yes, the men did spend a lot of the time away from women. So you either have a situation where it's like they're either going into cities and raping the women that they in the cities that they've conquered, but in the meantime, in between time, a lot of them were busting each other down. So she's not lying about that. So when you think about stuff like, I've always said football is kind of like, if you think about a lot of these sports teams and a lot of these football players, like a lot of them do stuff with each other, because you got to think about it. A lot of them don't have that much time for girls because they're always at practice. And then you're in the locker room watching other men get naked. And then on top of that, a lot of men already are, especially when you're young, you have a lot of testosterone. So you're already driven, they're already thinking about smegs more than like the average person would be thinking about it, more than like an older man would be thinking about it a lot of times. So you put them in an environment where they're doing all this male bonding, they're only around men. Things like this are bound to happen. And yes, you do have some men who are going to be like, okay, well, that's just not how I get down, and they're going to stand on business, but many are going to fold. And I think about this like when I used to work in the mental health facility